Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. Bulls his way forward. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Volunteers! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Davis looking to pass. Scrambling away. He's going to go for a big one. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
He wants to throw here on second down. Shoots it to the left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to...
All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this...
He's off to the races. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The aerial assault continues. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Syracuse right back at it. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Using his legs, it's Lewis. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try to pop the draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
The play-action fake. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. Trying to take it back. The 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The back goes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Zone he goes. Touchdown, Orange. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swan, so big playmaking is always a possibility. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 30. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Quick handoff. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Leaves it with the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Smashes through. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Running back searching for a hole. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The inside handoff. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action, feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires one high and deep. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback checking off. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and gets the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
That's reeled in. It's Ross Simmons. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The wide receiver shows motion. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback will audible. Davis looking to pass. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Got enough for the first. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Davis will throw. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Syracuse right back at it. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it,
And he's running in the open. He's inside the 40, at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the field.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Davis looking to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, keep it. Throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Corner's going to give them room. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A low line drive and not his best work. Fair catch called for and made. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for room, it's James. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Davis will throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to pass. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with if they know they're in field goal range, they can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. With the catch, it's Thomas. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. First down to start the drive after the break. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, cuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense. I mean, just an unbelievable job.
It's blocked, and now a field goal will give them the lead. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Ball skips out of bounds, penalty flag flies, and the onside kick is unsuccessful. Here comes the offense on first down. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Running with power.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
They go to the ground. Finds a little space. Running toward the tape. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Defense playing a bail technique. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
They're trying to slam it in. They run it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now they're up by 9 in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner goes down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Davis looking to pass. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Syracuse right back at it.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Orange.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The snap sets up to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and it is a one-point game. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front. Nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if Colorado had push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. With jet sweep pass. Bringing the heat. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a two-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Davis will throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Can anyone catch him? And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
That touchdown was huge, but you can't celebrate too long. To finish the deal, you got to have the two-point conversion to tie the game. They'll go to the air. He is in there, and he's got the 2, and we are all tied up here deep in the fourth. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. This would be a long field goal to win the game, but it comes with even more risk. The return man could take it back. What a disappointment. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. First play of the first possession of OT. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback checking the play. Using his legs, it's Allen. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They feed him again. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
He wants it all. Touchdown, cuse. They strike first in overtime. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he added the extra point. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. He wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that looks a little better soon.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
On second down, looking again to throw. He looks that one in nicely. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Third and goal, and they have to find a way to get a touchdown. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.